Push the weight in the flex. The livest one in the six. With the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker, change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Monkey Tuesday! Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. It's time to bleed. Drew Titan Bros on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Come on in, smash the like button, share the video. Hype the video, like the video. It's irrelevant because Miguel does what he wanted to do. And that's okay. There's more than one way to skin that fake cat that Miguel has, which is why the Rumble link is pinned. 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 It's going to be one of those mornings, y'all. So I'm going to be nice and professional right here. Oh, yeah. The universe is working. I don't know if y'all paying attention. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? The universe fixes itself. The universe always fixes itself. You know what I mean? They always fix itself. Universe always fix itself. Y'all think I be playing when I say, hey, man, sometimes you don't have to lift a finger. You don't. You really don't. Yeah, there's a clown in here. I see him on my StreamYard, but y'all can't see him, which means he's blocked. That means he's blocked. So I'll be talking about his community. I'll be talking about his community, like Auntie Schofield, and let's do this roll call. I want to get to this. Anwar Willis, salute. Let me see. Steve O, salute. Over there on Rumble. My brother Southern T in the building. What's good? Jalen Hudson, G McCall, Mac of the South. Tay, good morning. Stormy B-Man in here with everything. If you missed it, we did Nerds on Culture. It's popping, man. I love it over there on Rumble. I repeat, I love it over there on Rumble. That's right. Macaholic in the building. Derek Gaines, the legend. The Netric Man, salute. Chris keeps it boxing. Mind of Mansa Musa. Marcus Walls. Brother Reef in the building. Captain America. True Boxing Night is in the building. Salute. 88 Sports Talk, my brother. What's going on? Ern Jordan, Dill Spoolie, K-Rod over there on Rumble. I'm telling you, in about 20 minutes, we're going to be up over there because what I got to say, it's not for YouTube ears. And I'm just going to set the table over here, but we're going to eat over there. We set the table on YouTube, but we eat over on Rumble. We set the table on YouTube, but we eat over on Rumble. Del Riv, my brother No Smoke in the building. Robert Singleton, Bernard Gilbert, LPRN over there on Rumble. Bernard over there on Rumble. Snacks Beism, salute. Scorpion, Slim Fella, Rod Nail, my brother. What's going on? Houston, Sam Mack, Cortez, my brother Cortez. What up? Main biker in the building. Salute. MXC. Jeff Spark, always supporting. We game all night. Salute, brother. How are you? K-Rod over there on Rumble. Evan, oh, Beezy, what's good? I see y'all. Go ahead, pull up on Rumble. We're gonna make the switch. We're gonna make the switch in about 20 minutes, but let's set the table. So Auntie Schofield mad. Oh, he mad. He mad, right? Any trolls in the chat riding with Auntie Schofield? That's why Auntie Schofield like Tanky Wanky. Because they have something in common. No, and it's more than one thing. We've got something in common. I'm going to do a meme with Auntie Schofield hugging Tank, playing that. You remember that Whitney Houston, Bobby Brown song? We got something in common. Or what, drugs? Ramella, what up? I am Sam Mack over there on Rumble. Y'all better head over there. I'm just setting the table. I'm setting the table. That's all. We got something in common. I'm gonna show them punching out chicks. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Let me ask y'all a question. Whenever you heard a woman that's been abused, and she's talking about the dudes abusing her, what do we normally say about that guy? Don't we always like suspect that he's a closet, pillow biter? And it's like, maybe he just got a problem with his hands. That don't necessarily mean he a pillow biter, does it? And then I look at Tanky Wanky. And you know why I'm calling him Tanky Wanky? Because somebody called him that on an Instagram thread. And it was a dude. It was a whole dude. He said, my Tanky Wanky, of course. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Joe, what up, Joe? I was like, hold on, what? I'm reading this stuff. What is going on here? But what do we suspect? We suspect about Tank? You're a whole professional boxer. You knock people out, right? Why are you hitting on women? What's wrong with you? What happened in your life that you feel you gotta punch women in the jaw? What's wrong with you, bro? You knock out grown men. What, if you want to call a 5'4", 135-pound person a grown man, fine, let's go with that. No Smoke says Coach Cal used to call him Tankulio. No. What? You know what, man? You know what? Oh, the overtones of what these guys got going on is crazy. So Tank beats women, right? That's a fact. That's a fact. Don't argue with me. It's a fact. We all saw it. We all saw it. He has a problem, right? And Philip D, my brother, salute. And he has a problem with his hands outside the ring with these ladies. He can't pick good women. So he picks the top tier BBLs. I don't know why these women be 21 years old getting BBLs, but whatever. Whatever. So he got some, he procreates with the wrong chick, right? Beats on him, right? And then I look at Schofield. He does the same thing, but you look at Schofield. The first time I saw this dude, I was looking like, a lot of people like that got children, but that was when they were trying to fight who they are. So I said, okay, he got to be like that, right? Then the homie told me, he said, nah, he just one of those feminine dudes. I said, no, absolutely not. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. And then I saw that video. Steve Bell over there on Rumble, salute. I said, no, y'all see this video? Men, let me give you some game. And this is real, man. This is so real. There shouldn't be anything that a woman could say to you that could hurt your feelings to the point where you initiate putting hands on her. And let me explain. Let me explain. If you know, women are mental terrorists. The more they know about you, right? There will be a day, right? And listen, some of y'all pick the wrong type of woman. And I'm only talking about those type of you know how they say men switch it up, and he wasn't like that when I met him, and they turned narcissist. And no. Women are masters at camouflage. All right? If you don't know her, she's going to show you who she is. And for those of you that don't know how to properly select the women, you victimize yourself. I'm telling you right now, the more she knows about you, when y'all get into that first heated debate, PJ, salute. She will weaponize your personal stuff and throw it right in your face. And it could have nothing to do with the argument. But trust me, it's locked, it's loaded, it's in the magazine, and she will dump the whole magazine into your skull just to hurt you. I've seen too many examples of that. And of course, not all women do it. But you know the type I'm talking about. And what I'm telling you, men, is be prepared for that possibility. And if she does that, you ain't got to raise your hands at her. You get up, you leave. Get up and leave. That's your response. Get up, leave. Because 8 times out of 10, she's going to apologize and I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And don't give her another chance to do it. The greatest revenge is for her to see you walking away. You getting smaller into the silhouette. That's your greatest revenge. Don't do it. She did that because she's evil, nasty, and she wants to hurt. All right? Don't you raise your hand at her. I'm not talking about raising your hand in self-defense. Let me tell you something. A friend of mine lost his child. A friend of mine lost his child. A friend of mine lost his child in an accident. It was an accident. It was a complete accident. And his child, you know, they tried to save the child. The child died in the hospital. A decade later, he gets into a relationship with this girl. And I was right there in the house. They got into a little disagreement. I didn't even think it was that bad. And I was sitting right there, and it was it was like a social thing at his house or something. I forgot. And it was they were having a disagreement. And I heard her say, yeah, but your daughter wouldn't have liked that though, right? Your daughter wouldn't like that though, right? And everybody, like the TV was on, everyone kind of like stopped. And you know how you look at each other but don't turn your head? My heart started racing. Because I'm like, oh my God, he's really going to knock her head off. And I did the slow turn and looked over to her, and he was standing by the kitchen, and he had a plate of food, and he's staring at her. And I'm saying in my mind, don't. I look over there, and everyone in the room in the living room was looking at her like, why the F would you say that? And her face went from being venomous to turning like kind of like embarrassed. And then she walked into the kitchen. He came in and sat down, and it was uncomfortable. When he sat down, I told him, I said, bro, she got to go. That was fucked up. You got to go. She got to go. He broke up with her like 2 weeks later. No. I don't know what they were dealing with, but he was like, yeah, he was with her for about a year and some change, and she always had a sharp mouth. And I said, yo, you told her too much. She weaponized the death of your child at a social event. And I don't know what your daughter had to do with what y'all had a disagreement about, but what? It was ridiculous. Women are mental terrorists. I understand that. But the reason why I'm bringing this up, family, is because you 100% have to be in control. You ain't got to hit her, leave. If she's trying to stab you or something, then you get busy. Leave. That's your revenge. Leave. But when you're not in control of your emotions to the point where they could say something to set you up, you start literally boxing in there. What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Main biker in that super chat, he said, Tank saw her watching highlights of the Roach fight. Yeah. And she probably said something, yeah, you ain't gonna do nothing. What, you ain't do it to Roach? Yeah, you gonna do it to me. What you gonna do? Beat me like Roach beat you? And he jumped in his goddamn vehicle, drove down to the club, and walked in that club like Blade in the first movie when he walked in. And started tuning her up. He started tuning her up. BVO, salute. St. Louis Mix, salute. So now, I understand that Auntie Schofield, Trill Will, my brother, Auntie Schofield is threatening to sue Devin. For what, dude? For what? Let me ask you a question. What is he suing Devin for? What is he suing for? For what? Defamation? It's not defamation. If you haven't seen the video, I'm about to show you in a minute. What are you suing him for? He said something about, I didn't even bother to bring up the tweets, but he said, Floyd Schofield Sr. was spending all of Floyd Jr.'s money on women. I mean, damn, you trying to fight the fact that you're a homosexual that much? Wait a minute. Wait. Stop. He's trying to fight it so bad. He said, maybe if I get this chick, maybe if I get that chick. He's spending millions of dollars trying to get a shorty to prove that he's not gay. I'm telling you, this dude, man, you walk in. Hey, bro, this one got the last chick's ass kicked. She caught him on that gay Tinder. They said, shorty said, Floyd, what is this? He was like,
I'm not gay. I'm not gay. I'm not gay. I'm not gay. Not gay. I'm 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 not gay. Not gay.
Blade Brown in that super chat, salute to you, good brother. Much love. Shorty was like, Floyd, man, why are you on this gay Tinder?
I'm not gay. I'm not gay. I'm not gay. I'm not gay. Not gay. I'm 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 not gay. Not gay.
Oh my God, bro. I believe this man is gay. the moment I watched an interview with him from the very first time. Immediately. And I said, oh, okay, he got a son. You know, he was trying to fight who he was and he slipped up, you know, and made Junior. But this man is definitely part of that community. Definitely. Yeah. But then it got progressively worse. Then he's trying to market his son. And it got progressively worse. Now, you can market your son and say all kinds of things. You know, market your son. I'm with that. You know, black fathers at the end of the day, right? That's cool. That's cool. But then the Ryan Garcia thing happened. But let me set the table for that. All right? So he's suing Devin for saying something about how he taking his son's money. I mean, look, he's just firing shots. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. If it's not true, it's not true. People say things about Devin every day. Someone's going to be saying something untrue about Devin today. Right? But Floyd, you were supposed to be fighting Shakur in Dubai and you got food poisoning. And you said it was Team Shakur that did it to you. Where's the proof? Shakur didn't sue you because there's no lawsuits in boxing, right? Y'all remember that? Suing people is soft, right? Since people said that, since the Ryan Garcia lawsuit, suing is soft, get it back in blood. There's been several things that's happened between Devin's lawsuit and today where fighters have not gotten anything back in blood. Rematch him, get it back in blood. We're not doing that no more. Emo champion. Tank got the WBA belt. How? He ain't beat Devin for it. That's Devin's old belt. How'd he get it? You want to talk about it now, right? And suing is soft. Oscar De La Hoya, anybody? Restraining order from Eddie Hearn, and he's stopping Ortiz versus Boots. And y'all know that Devin and Bill were arrested for that shit with Tigger Johnson. Did y'all know that? Welcome down Van Houder, salute. Did y'all know that? I can say it now, you know, because General did a video about it yesterday. Did y'all know that? More on him. I'm gonna dedicate a whole live to him, because I'm the more I look at it, the more I believe everybody is the ops. I believe that there's an entity funding this foolishness, because I've never seen an attack on a fighter and his dad like ever. DHP, there's an organized attack. This can't be all coincidental. I firmly believe this is being funded. I firmly believe that. And Tigger Johnson has a restraining order on Devin. So let me get this straight. You come from Ohio. You're not even fighting, by the way. You come from Ohio to New York, get into a word match with a 16-year-old. You initiate contact. They beat your ass. Bill is doing the interview. Devin's doing the interview. Bill turns around and saves you from the first ass whipping. It's all on video. Then they leave, and then you run up to the corridor and got your ass beat again. Bill ain't throw a punch. Devin ain't throw a punch. But it's them. They were arrested. They were released. And there's a restraining order. Did y'all know that? Well, now you know. But suing soft. While there's an active restraining order, he's talking about, nah, F that. We gotta run it in the ring. No, you don't. You're not ranked high enough. You haven't done anything. This is drama for you, man. Earn your spot. You don't deserve a fight against Devin. You don't deserve it. You have no belt. You're not ranked high enough. And you a big lip chimpanzee. And you're not in control of your emotions. You're getting into a shouting match with Sean. Sean is a kid, man. There shouldn't be anything a kid could say to you to get you off your square. You're supposed to look at Sean and laugh and say, yeah, man, come see me when you're old enough to vote. I'm going to put B to A on your brother. And that's how that should have ended. That's how it should have ended. You should have laughed at Sean. Like, what? You even have facial hair. Get out of here. That's how you do that. And I think the bald-headed brother, I think he's a strength and conditioning. I forgot. I met him, though. He's a good dude. He flinched at him, but there was people in between. And he was just bossing up to him. It didn't mean nothing. Tiger went around the dude that was separating them, and he initiated contact. That's why he got his ass kicked. But more on him later on this week. Tigger Johnson. Wonderful thing about Tigger is a Tigger to wonderful things. Remember from Winnie the Pooh? Nah, Scott, I mean, he's okay. But his behavior is unbecoming. And I thought we don't do lawsuits. You have a whole restraining order. So no one's getting it back in blood. Tank Davis, Lamont Roach, you're not getting it back in blood. And there's no lawsuits in boxing. Oscar De La Hoya, Tiger Johnson, and now Auntie Schofield. So when I tell y'all, sometimes you don't have to lift a finger. Just let everything land. Everything they put on DHP, it turns out, it's themselves. People judge other people off of themselves. How many times y'all seen a chick say, well, I cheated because I thought he cheated? No, he's busting out 14-hour shifts a day to pay the light, the gas, and the mortgage. And because he ain't got a day or a moment where you want it because you want to go out to eat, he ain't giving you enough attention. So he got to work 14 hours a day and give you, and when he has a moment to himself, he has to give you that attention. If you can't get that, you cheat. Under the roof he's paying for. That's how you boxing fans are. You're never satisfied. I said, yo, lawsuits are a part of boxing. Y'all don't want to hear it. So it's not going to surprise me if everybody, even YouTubers, are on one pay. They like to say, oh, you on Bill's payroll. Bill has never cut me a check in his life. And if he did, I'd let you know about it. I do this because it's the right thing to do. We've seen lawsuits, right? We've seen people not get it back in blood. And we've seen N-word behavior. And now we up to Auntie Schofield with his lawsuit. Don't know what he's suing for. But is that not a bitch move? 88 Sports Talking, that super chat salute. He says, it has to be organized hate for DHP. This ish needs to be studied, called the fatherless raccoons. Yo, bro. I've never seen anything like this. At no point in history, I've never seen anything like this. This is the most bizarre, and it needs to be studied. This is so bizarre. That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to be surprised if there's someone funding this. All right, Tiger, you do this. Okay, Ryan, you do this. Keyshawn, you do this. Shakur, you do this. You know what they're not doing? Fighting. All you got to do is get in the ring and punch Devin in the face. I don't understand. This is an easy fix, right? Because everybody beats Devin, right? Everybody beats Devin. Bro, listen, this is so simple. Everybody beats Devin. All I'm saying is, great, you think so? Let me see. That's all I'm saying. That's all, what the fuck? This is all I asked for. And nobody wants to do it. He's not Debo. Okay, prove it.
I'm not gay. I'm not gay. I'm not gay. I'm not gay. Not gay. I'm 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 not gay. Not gay.
Ratchet, what up? So now we're up to Auntie Schofield, and he knows we call him Auntie, and he knows he's very feminine. He knows what it is. So Devin made a comment about what he does with his son's money. And this is what's so irritating about him, because you share social media with your son, bro. Your son's a grown-ass man. If the fans want to talk to your son, let them talk to your son. Why are they talking to you, bro? So Devin, I don't know if it's true or not. Devin may have been trolling, but Devin's allowed to troll. Everybody trolls, right? So now what? When Devin trolls, it's bad? Or they bringing Ben Whitaker to America? All right, well, I don't know. He's the mini David Hay, I guess. You better keep winning. Don't put him in there with one of those, Mexicans that are a little bigger than normal. I'm watching Ben. I'm watching him. Let's see what he does. But anyway, this guy puts himself in the limelight. All right, cool. So when you're in the limelight, you got to be prepared with what comes with that. So him and Devin been going back and forth, and it's gotten nasty, but Devin's used to the nonsense, right? He's used to it. So he made a comment about him, hijacking his son's money and spending it on chicks. And he touched the nerve when he put out screenshots of what he actually did. When he assaulted that woman. It was all on video. And then he's talking about suing people for, did I hear defamation? First of all, you can't sue anybody for defamation. All right? You did what you did. We all saw it. I've been knew about the video. I'm not even going to play it on YouTube. Manager Marty, as soon as he got a hold of it, he played it. I said, wow. But Manager Marty will sit there and interview this guy, smile in his face. Manager Marty, I think he was the first person to play it. I didn't play it. I had it. BFTB didn't play it. He had it. I said, I ain't playing this. I'm not saying anything. Xavier, yeah. There go my brother Art, man. Salute. Y'all go subscribe to my brother Art, man. Y'all see the grumble pinned at the top, right? Y'all might want to go over there. Because I'm gonna explain to you right now why I don't like Auntie Schofield. Y'all pay attention to this.
We're gonna go to the first grade, y'all. All right, so anybody in the back of the class that don't understand this, they could come forward.
First of all, Chaz, what up? Oh, inside square circle. Yeah, he did. Tech Stepper, salute. Now listen, he did. I'm not going to play the video here. I'm going to play it on Rumble. So at the top, you see a link. That's my Rumble. Go over there. I'm going to play it over there. I'm not going to play it on YouTube. I'm not going to let them flag me, although I didn't play it first. Marty did. And mind you, we all had the video. We just never played it. But Marty saw it and said, hey, content. And he did it. St. Louis Mix, go to my Rumble. I'm going to play it over there. I'm not going to play it here. But now the plane is taking off. I'm going to show you why I will never like this dude. It has nothing to do with his sexuality. It's because of this right here.
And I'll try to say this as easy as I could say it to y'all. It's no such thing as a race. Did y'all hear me back there? It's no such thing as a race. What color am I?
All right. Are you aggravated already? Because I am. When I first saw this, and this is after, no, not after, this is during Ryan Garcia's racist meltdown all over the internet. This is during that. First of all, is he not talking to us like a woman? You know why I call him Auntie Schofield? Because this is how my aunts talk to me. Not with this ignorant, big lip rhetoric, but this is their aura. Because they're women. But look at his mannerisms. And then what's worse is listen to what he says. He says, what color am I? Peep.
Am I black or brown? Look in the mirror. What color are you? Are you black, white, brown? I mean, all the colors that they say. Because I guarantee you when you look at yourself in the mirror, you're not black, you're brown.
Holy smokes. Joe Townsend, salute. I rock, salute. Holy smokes. Y'all hear this? It's a grown-ass man with a whole child, right? Uh-huh. I want to talk to his baby mama. Somebody found out who she is. I bet you we'll find out some things about what he likes in the bedroom. I bet you. I bet you. I bet you. I bet he's one of those dudes that can't finish unless he has something rammed up back there.
And the Caucasian is not white.
Did you hear that? Willie Lowe, Bomb Squad, salute. You heard that, right?
So it's no such thing as a damn race.
There's no such thing as a damn race.
That was used to separate y'all. So all y'all primitive people, all y'all primitive 1950 thinkers and, you know.
So now he's talking down on my parents, my grandparents. Listen, I had relatives in Chicago that was hit with those fire hoses in those famous videos. I had relatives that were there. Okay? They were there. There's no race.
All that, y'all stay back there in the back of the goddamn class. There's no such thing as a race.
And it was with that comment, I said, you know what? F this dude. Because he F's dudes and he's so far out of line and so far out of touch. But you know what? I'm going to say this. You know, I'm not going to say it here. I'm not going to say it here because Miguel's listening. But keep listening.
Ryan is not a racist. Ryan might be an asshole. Ryan might need help.
Oh, you want to help the dude? You know why you want to help the dude? Because you know Ryan is gay. And when you're gay, whether you're black, white, or Asian, it's like a fraternity. I've literally heard people from that elemental P community say that their struggle is equivalent to the black struggle. My response is, I don't know. There was a continent with all these gay people and Europeans went and conquered them and made them slaves. I didn't know that happened. Point me in a direction. What book, where can I read where that happened? When did that happen? Are you trying to hijack the black struggle? Notice you say black. You didn't say that about Jews. You ain't say that. You never say, oh, our struggle is equivalent to the Jewish struggle. The Jewish struggle is not even equivalent to the black struggle. These dudes go on kamikaze missions in defense of each other. So he's on here defending Ryan because they cut from the same cloth.
Whatever. But he's not a racist because the shit don't exist.
Now, racism don't exist. This right here will say, you know what? Nope.
That's first off, since you quoting me. Now, the second thing is every time I'm around Ryan or any...
Listen to him when he talks. Every time I'm around Ryan, now you're talking about his boo-boo. Now, let me ask you something. Does he not sound like these Tank fans online in the comment section that never met him, but you would think that they're defending a relative or a love interest? Tell me I'm lying. every time I'm around Ryan. Let's hear what he has to say.
Brown person I see, Ryan had the utmost respect. He's a very respectable individual. So I could say.
Tell that to Caleb Plant. Tell that to Caleb Plant.
From my experience with him, he's not what y'all call a racist, and he don't have nothing against brown people.
Are you kidding me? F all Muslims, F all ERs, right? That's what he said. The George Floyd comments. This is after all of that, y'all. This is after all of that.
He might have said something stupid. He might be an addict.
Look at the mannerisms, y'all. And I'm telling you, these Tank fans that be in the comment section, when they type in, their head be moving just like this. When they get on the panels, you know why they don't turn on their cameras? Because their head be moving just like this. They don't want you to see them. Why do you think I tell people when I do open up the panel, man, if Tank is a topic, hey, bro, turn your camera on. Turn your camera on. That's why they be like, oh, why you want me to turn the camera on? Yeah, because, you know, I want to see you when you say what you're saying. I want to see something. When English is someone's second language, and I don't care how well they speak English, when you piss them off, do they not revert back to their native tongue real fast? I got a lot of Jamaican friends. They were born here, but they grew up in a West Indian household. So it's kind of like they speak two languages. Every time they've gotten pissed off outside, I don't understand a word after that. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. We're in the Bronx. What just happened? My Dominican friends, my Puerto Rican friends, when they all got mad, English went right out the fucking window. Why am I bringing that up? You can have the hardest of hard, thugged out dudes. But then when they get pissed off and their heads start going back and forth, their single mama comes out of them. It's like, yo, why is his head doing that? Why his wrist look broken all of a sudden? Why he's stomping his foot and putting his hand on his hip? Because he grew up around his mama. When his mama got mad, she did that. Whoa, calm down, bro. Calm down, bro. And that's this dude. St. Louis Mix, salute to you in that super chat. Much love. He says, you know why he's talking about primitive thinkers? What he's really referring to is a lack of acceptance for sassy ninjas. He wants approval. Bam! That. If you like that, you like that. I don't hate you. I just don't have to accept that as a way of life. But we can move on. It's okay. That's how you're living.
He might need help. He might have a lot of pressure.
You want to get a dude that says F all Muslims, F George Floyd, F black people. He want to get him some help. Yo, listen, you see, look how I paused it. I didn't even mean that. Somebody screenshot that. Somebody screenshot that. Holy smokes, hold on. That's funny as hell. Hold on. That's funny as hell. Hold on. Come on now. I have to screenshot this. This is funny as hell. I'm gonna do something with this too. Save.
On his shoulders, but that young man don't have nothing against brown people. Okay, now since we on the
now this is where he's going to attack black people. This is the part where he attacks black people to justify Ryan's racist rant.
subject about brown people. And we loving brown people so much right now, y'all.
We loving brown people so much now, y'all. You pillow biter.
Let's applaud that. That's an amazing thing. Let's put all the guns down in the hood thing.
Now he's attacking black neighborhoods. Let's put all the guns down in the hood. You don't say put the guns down in the goddamn in the Italian neighborhoods. The mob is still very real over there. The Albanians right here in the Bronx, they run their neighborhood. You don't want to talk about that because you don't know about that.
Since all this brown love and all this Orion.
He was bullied growing up. Clearly. And he was made fun of because he was feminine.
Why don't we start hate? Why don't we stop hating then?
Why don't you stop hating yourself? Y'all understand why there's a Monkey Tuesday? Because of knuckle draggers like this. Y'all better click that Rumble link.
Let's first get there. Let's love it home first. All y'all commenting and all that, but y'all walking past the dealer in your hood.
Not everybody lives in the hood where there's a dealer. What makes you think that? I don't claim the trenches. I came up from an era where if you lived in a bad neighborhood and no one knew where you lived, you kept it quiet because it was embarrassing. Now it's a badge of honor. Yeah, man, Southside, Queens, Martin Luther King Boulevard, bang, bang, shoot 'em up. Yo, I keep it real, yo. Yeah, I'm from the trenches. Man, shut up, bro. You got roaches in your apartment. It's not a badge of honor. It's embarrassing.
Watching them destroy the hood. Why don't y'all step them, talk them, clean it up then? Let's give love.
This dude is smoke screening Ryan Garcia's racism. And I'm telling you, it's really not nothing to do with what Ryan said. This is his clapback. When you grow up getting bullied, because of your sexuality, because I really think this dude is gay. When you get older, this is how you clap back. You become anti-establishment. Oh, the people that bullied me growing up, which was predominantly black people, this is how I get back. This is how I get back. I'm going to side with Ryan, not because he's he don't believe what he's saying. He's siding with Ryan because he's one of them. Rolling in that super chat, he says raccoons are cowards and degenerates. They're enemies of black society and have sexual fetish for white society. That's another thing. I bet you his boyfriend is not black. Scott in that super chat salute, he says Luther Vandross was gay and loved by all music fans. The difference is Vandross didn't make it his whole personality like these clowns do. Yeah, like this clown does. If you was around Luther, you knew how he got down. But he's one of the greatest R&B voices like ever. Nobody cared. My brother Felix in the building, salute. He says, could he just be really effeminate and not be? Honestly speaking, I never heard of that. Any dude that we grew up with that was effeminate, eventually by the time we got to college, he came out. I know two dudes like that personally that I grew up with since junior high school. When they got older, they just came out. And we knew. We knew. Curtis, what up? We knew. It's like nigga tried to make an announcement. Yeah, I just want to let y'all know. Yeah, you know, this is not my homeboy. This is my boyfriend. And we was looking at him like, so we knew. What are you? This announcement for, man? We good, man. All right, we knew. Shit, don't care. Y'all knew? Yes, we knew since junior high school. We playing dodgeball and fighting and you over there with double dutch. Not saying that double dutch, you know, I'm just saying the girls was playing double dutch. We play fighting and wrestling and playing dodgeball, and you over there with them. We been knew that. Man, shut up. You don't stop, man. It's cool.
To all the N-words, you know? Y'all some phony motherfuckers. Like,
we some phony motherfuckers. Y'all go to Rumble right now.
Like I said, it's no such thing as race. So stop that bullshit. Call it for what he is. If he an asshole, he an asshole.
We did call him that. But I've seen a lot of assholes that weren't racist.
He's an idiot. He's an idiot. I'm not saying he's an idiot, but y'all know what I'm
Oh, so now you're not saying he's an idiot. And this is after all that racist meltdown he did? This is after all of that, y'all.
saying. Call it for what it is. But don't sit there and tell me that what I'm saying is wrong because I'm saying he's not a racist. Because that shit don't exist.
It don't exist. You put race out your mind because you was getting bullied and slapped around because of just like this. And because you tried to fight your racism, you reproduced and made a son. And some dumbass, you know what? I want to know who Floyd Schofield Jr. I want to know who the mother is.
How could you be a racist?
I want to know if she knew he felt like this when she laid down and reproduced with him. Because, you know, the other problem is there's a lot of women that are attracted to gay men because it's like the best of both worlds. It's like they're not gay, but they like hanging out with a dude that's like a woman, but they can still ride on it. That's a problem.
Get the fuck out of here. You just got mental issues. You're not a racist.
You just got mental issues. You're not a racist. We're going to end this on YouTube and continue on Rumble. Y'all go ahead over to Rumble right now. The link is pinned at the top. Go to Rumble, go to Rumble, go to Rumble. Now.